Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report on Channels Television. This week, we'll take a look at some federal highways around Lagos. Also, there appears to be some positive stories coming out of Olufemi Ojo after our last broadcast on blackout in the neighborhood. And finally, the Owo-Ikare Federal Highway gets the attention of the Ondo State government. These and more on Eyewitness Report. I'm Chris Elems. Lagos, no doubt, remains the capital of commerce in the country, which accounts for the volume of vehicular traffic around its corridors. However, the state of some of the road for a while has left much to be desired. At the moment, some of these roads are undergoing rehabilitation. We visited the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and the Shagamu-Ikorodu Road for updates on ongoing work. When arriving Lagos by road, few of the highways you may likely take include Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Shagamu-Ikorodu Expressway, Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, and the Lagos-Ekpe Expressway. Some of these roads are in various stages of disrepair, thereby giving motorists and residents a lot to chew on. However, at the Lagos-Ibadan axis, construction and rehabilitation is ongoing, and this has brought about a daily serious traffic situation. While this bites hard on motorists, a few others cash in on the gridlock to sell their wares, and it appears they prefer it this way.
What I have to say is that we pray that the hold-up should continue being, because that is what we pray. That is what we pray, and that is the only way we can eat. Because once there is no go slow, we here cannot walk. We cannot go anywhere to go and look for someone to collect his thing. So we like this go slow so that we can sell on it. Or else the government is ready to provide job for the youth for us here. If not, let them not walk the road. Let them leave it like that for us. We that is hustling. That is what we want.
May we not be there, may find something while we go to chop. I don't want thief.
At the Ikorodu axis, similar construction activities are ongoing. Drains are being built in preparation for the major earthwork, which includes roads, and it's a huge construction site. Owing to the busy nature of the road, traffic is being managed by the highway managers in order to eliminate any form of accidents. Residents around the Odogunyo axis who are eager to see the work get to their area commend the government for doing their job. They, however, have some reservations.
This road leads to many places. Even throughout the whole federation, this road leads to many places. We need government help. Even the road they come to do for us here is too tiny. What they said to us is they want to expand the road to 4 lane before, but now they did it too. But let them be snappy, do it fast before election, because we don't know what will happen now. After election, maybe they will stop it. Let them help us, but the work is not moving fast. Please let them help us on that issue.
Apart of the road now, the road is, when they come to measure it now, is 1 lane. Because there's a keke here, there's a downfall here, many others car, trailer, and there's a lot of company this side. Because at last now, where they are passing at 1 lane, major things will be happening at the road. So let them expand the road more.
Further down the road is Ogijo, which is part of the Ogun axis of the stretch. Work is yet to begin here. What's on ground is what the Ogun State government had done with the former contractor, PWD. Unlike what's been done by the current contractor, there are more lanes here, and it's of concern to the people of Ogijo.
Well, first let's just give God the glory and thank the federal government for coming to taking over the job. But we are not satisfied with the scope of work being done. The state government did a 6-lane road, but what the federal government is doing through the Ministry of Work is a 2-lane, and we know the importance of this road to both the state and the federal government and the people. This is the road that links Ikorodu with Lagos State to Ogun State, and it houses the NNPC industry, depots here. And if you look at the amount of trailers that passes through this road, it's not enough with what they are doing. We expect it to be a dual carriageway.
What we can see, ever since PW left this road, there are a lot of issues on the road, and so many accidents has been happening. So we want to urge the federal government to please hasten the Arab contractors to be able to start this road immediately.
While it's a laudable idea to provide infrastructure, it will make more meaningful impact if the people concerned are carried along in the plans so as to avoid issues that could generate dissatisfaction. However, in a recent interview with the Controller Works in Lagos, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, he reiterated the federal government commitment to finishing the various road projects across the country, including the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, as well as the Ikorodu Highway.
Lagos-Ibadan Express is a very, very important road in this country today. Arguably, is the road that carries the heaviest traffic in this country today. It carries the entire traffic from the 35 states of the Federation into Lagos and out of Lagos. So you can imagine how busy that road will be. Now, it was awarded, the contract for this reconstruction and rehabilitation was awarded towards the end of the last administration. But serious work actually took off when this administration came in. And work had already initially reached over 57% completion. And of course, government realized around then that there were certain fixtures that were not considered in the original design. And the government brought in those additional works. And that is why we are also extending the completion date of that project by another 48 months because of those additional works. Additional works in form of, there are lots of religious organizations springing up around that axis. And then they also have to be taken into consideration in the new reconstruction work going on there. We have additional works in form of underpasses, in form of pedestrian bridges, in form of toll plazas, flyovers, at least considering this new development around the axis. So those things will now ensure that the project itself will now be a full package and ensure. So the work is going on, and work is going on. The section on our own side is the one that is section 1 being handled by Mr. Julius Berger. And we just want to plead with motorists to exercise patience, because this is the same road. This road that we are fixing is the same road we also put to use. There is no alternative to it for now. And as we move ahead, of course, there will be small discomfort, especially on the sections where we are walking. You have to divert traffic. You have to create an alternative on the other lane and ensure that maybe you are coming with 3 lanes, they will reduce it to 2 lanes within that stretch. So they should just exercise a bit of patience for us. These are things that we are doing. And even within the state, there are some alternative routes that will give relief to Lagos-Ibadan Express once they are completed. One of such is the one on Ikorodu-Shagam Road. Once it's completed, you may even have a lot of people around that corridor. Instead of coming towards Lagos-Ibadan Express, they will just move in from there, and then from Shagamu, those who are going to the south-south and southeast can exit from that point. And similarly, there is also work going on Lagos or Abeokuta, so that those who are going towards Abeokuta, using the main alignment on Lagos-Ibadan, may just use this, which is even, of course, shorter to get to Abeokuta from Lisazi.
He also highlights some of the challenges we contend with in the country, which stem from inadequate infrastructure.
Government is funding all these projects seriously, that I can tell you. We may have been slow within this period because of the weather. Weather, of course, contributes a lot. Once you are in the rainy season, the effect of construction goes down. You don't expect the kind of speed you will use during the dry season to be the same as that of the rainy season. And then in terms of funding, government is now funding all these projects. Like this Lagos-Ibadan Express, there's a special funding now that has been set aside for this road with other projects, other very sensitive projects in the nation. They call it this National Sovereign Infrastructure Funds. I think they have over $1 billion set aside to fix Lagos-Ibadan. Then I think a section of East-West Road, then Abuja-Kaduna-Kano, and then the second Niger Bridge. And I think there is a power project, Mambila Plateau or something. And also part of that NSIF fund. And for Ikorodu-Shagamu, apart from the budgetary allocation, another special kind of funding has also been set aside. It's also benefiting from that. And that one has to do with some of these recovered funds. Some of the recovered funds. We have part of it going into Ikorodu-Shagamu, and then, of course, Lagos or Abeokuta is also benefiting. So funding would not likely be a problem. But I'm sure by the time we enter into the dry season, you will see a lot of activities going on.
Only recently, the country's president, Muhammadu Buhari, alongside the president of Benin Republic, commissioned the Seme-Krake Joint Border Post, which is meant to foster integration of both countries and also enhance commercial activities in one of Africa's busiest corridors. The event gives credence to the huge commerce that line up that track from Mile 2 to Badagry, in spite of the bad state of the road. The continuous agitation by residents and road users may have yielded some form of attention, with the award of a contract to commence the construction of the road, which had been abandoned for a long time. The contract will focus on the 46-kilometer stretch of the road from Agbara to Badagry and further down to Seme border. while the repair of the section from Eric Moore to Okukumaiko is meant to be undertaken by the Lagos State government. Beyond the road construction, the federal and state government may also want to review the presence of various tank farms around that corridor and the impact of their trucks and tankers on infrastructure, lives and property.
The tank farms, okay, let them use the road, no problem. But what we are claiming for alternative route, look at my car, it's all damaged. Do you know how much I spent on it? Look at everybody. There's nobody plying this road. All of us parked our car at home. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Channels, please.
Until this is done, any development within that axis may continue to be clouded by their activities.